Part 3. Right, this is it's called Kathleen. Don't know which one this is. So I'm going to go take a look to see who made this one. Doesn't really say much on here. It's a compound steam engine by the looks of things, and yeah, right. There is a steamroller. So we move back around here. If we move along a bit, we see an Evelyn and Porter steamroller. It used to belong to the Edison Steamrolling Company, Dorchester. Here's a Invicta steamroller. Another one, looks like a single cylinder steam engine. If we move along a bit more, we see a Burrell traction engine, like a road locomotive really. Next to that's the Marshall traction engine. So the one on the left is called Saturn. They used to have names, used to be given names. So look there. There's a Land Rover Series 2 perhaps, or maybe Series 1. Oh my god, it's Nightmare. Yeah, so this one's Nightmare, which is a Fowler, Land Rover Defender. This is another John Fowler and Co. And this one's a ploughing engine. You see underneath there's a reel which has the metal wires, metal rope on it. We move, that's a road locomotive, that one. This one's called Royalty, which is an Invicta steamroller, Evelyn and Porter. Here's another Invicta. Here's another Invicta steamroller. Used to belong to Buckinghamshire County Council. This is when they actually bothered to fix the roads and took pride in a job well done. This looks like a miniature Garrett there.
Yeah, a well-known scales to teach.
There's a miniature Foden being polished. People take pride in these. People take pride in these, and that is good. Here's something called Martlet, which is a miniature Burrell patent engine. It's got the Sussex flags on it. That's the county I come from. Here's miniature Burrell called Midge. There's another miniature, I think that's a miniature Garrett, as well as a, can't get away from them, can I? Here's a, don't know what that one is. I'm going to go take a look at this one. This looks like a miniature Burrell again. And Burrell, I think, were made in Thetford. Here's a miniature Foden. It's got Harvey and Sons brewery listed on it. Here's a miniature Burrell. Next to that is a miniature Showman's engine known as Lady Marion. Right, I'm going to try and go over to the arena. There's the Metropolitan Police Range Rover, and there's the Green Goddess, which I keep thinking is where is it? That might be from Tinker's Park. Right, I'm going to go up here now, because actually I'm going to go and do the really early cars now.
Thank you very much, David. Of course, who'd have thought when the Land Rover story started back some 70, 80 years ago, but the Land Rover story would have been this one, the Range Rover. And of course, it was just one part of one big happy family. And of course, like I said, it all started back then in 1947 with the Land Rovers. Anyway, the Range Rovers, they were very, very popular.
Right, I'm now going to go over to the really old-fashioned cars now, because if I get that sorted, there's a lot of...
And of course, it was not only suitable for rapid response with the V8 Rover engine in it, and also
there's the Airflow Caravan that I saw the other week.
2 litres, I believe, engines as well, but it was a very practical vehicle carrying everything for the roadside emergencies, such as cones and first aid equipment. So of course, when you're looking at vehicles, it's quite modern, it's quite aerodynamic, and that was just one of the things that came out of Range Rover. It also appealed to the farmers, the MOD loved them as well, and of course things like the Caravan I saw last. Make use of the classic Range Rover. But what vehicle, David, weren't they? That all-round capability, 4x4, and it did what it said.
There's a Sunbeam. Next to that is a... I'll have to have a look. Talbot 65. So Talbot London. Ford Model T. Next to that's another Sunbeam. There's a GMC truck over there. I've seen that one before actually. So if we have a look around here, we can...
Because the steam engine, there's plenty of work for Land Rovers to do up at the park, towing. You know, I remember Peter Hellingly, who's in charge of that section,
right,
and trustee at the...
We now see an Austin 10-4.
Land Rover Defenders.
Next to that's an Austin 7.
And of course, after that, I don't know whether...
And here we see another Ford Model T, just about here.
We do build them over here, surely he told us.
Here's a Wolseley. They're known to be luxury cars. Oh, what's this? It's a Jawa, a 1930 Jawa. 7 horsepower fabric saloon. Next to that's a BSA.
And they all had low mileage, didn't they? Because they didn't do a lot. They sat ready,
Oh, I've seen this.
Ready to go should the Russians, as it was at the time, drop the bomb. Heaven forbid that this should happen again. But you've got...
Yeah, so this is an Austin 7.
Absolutely everything. Got all the equipment
There's a
and the paint job. Well,
Austin 6, which is bigger than the 7. So it's a 6-cylinder.
And there's a few of these about because they were quite cheap.
Here's a Austin 10-4.
It's complete with half the kit as well.
Or 12-4, sorry. No, that's a 12-4.
Excellent.
Another Austin. That might be... I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's sort the ignorance out. This is a 12-4. There's a 12-4 behind me as well.
Scenario you can see here, most of those were...
Here's another Austin 6. It's bigger than the 7, which is weird.
The last of which was in 2000.
I'm not sure what that one is, but
the Green Goddesses were always driven
next to
by
that's an Austin van that says
escorted by police cars. The Range Rover you see today is the correct period for the last fire service strikes in 2002. So that is what this is.
So this is a...
Of course, Green Goddess.
There's a Austin van that was used as a voluntary aid detachment ambulance. Trying to think what conflict it might have been actually. It might have been Second World War.
And of course that was demountable as well, was it?
Oh, what's this?
The main pump is bolted to the chassis and runs off the engine, but there is a portable pump in one.
There's an Austin 7
which is nearly as powerful as the
racer.
And I was talking about that power. How many
There's a whole row of Austin 7s here.
will that pump?
There's a 1928 Chummy.
900 gallons a minute.
There's
It's really
a couple of sports cars. Might be Ulsters actually, I think.
Yeah.
But I'd like to give a shout out to the Austin 7 Owners Club in brackets London, Senlac Centre, East Sussex.
Domestic swimming pool in about 15 minutes.
Here's
Am I right in thinking
Austin
that
7,
they
that
made
one.
use of mineral felt on the roofs of the Green Goddess?
Deluxe.
Is that right?
Here's Austin 7.
Originally they had
Oh, that must be
something
another
that
Ulster.
equated to
I think
something
that's
similar
another
to
Ulster.
Lino. This one at some stage has had it replaced
There's,
with roofing felt, and we've recently replaced that
another
again.
Austin
So this
7
one,
here.
yeah, is roofing felt.
That looks like
Thank
a
you.
Morris 8. Ooh.
What a lovely example, David, because you can actually see
1939.
how they have vertically coat painted this vehicle. And that is in itself.
Right, I'm gonna.
vertically coat
There's a
painted
Toyota
because,
Supra,
it's really good.
which is
2.5 years.
Look at that. That is nice.
Excellent stuff.
There's a Mercedes
Anyway,
SL.
well, lovely vehicle, David. You like your army stuff, and of course, inside of any army vehicle, they normally
Mitsubishi
stand
Glance,
all the information for you. Did
Ford
you find
Escort
it on the wheel
Cabriolet.
arch,
I'll have to correct you there. This is actually a civilian
There's a
vehicle.
265
They
GLE
were never
Volvo.
military vehicles. The fact that they were painted green and usually
Vauxhall
driven by
Tigra.
the armed forces, and everybody assumes that they were military vehicles.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I think
There's
it was
a
Auxiliary Fire Service or
Reliance
AFS.
Scimitar.
And at a point of
Triumph Stag with
minor
a hard
interest
top.
yeah, that's it. Way you go.
MGB.
Is that the bodywork on this was built, there were
Mini.
thousands of them, as we just said, and they went to different manufacturers across the
There's
country.
Mini. There's a
And
Mark
the
1
bodywork
Escort
on this
1300
was actually
XL.
built by Harrington's of Home.
Mondeo with a
Very known for
V6.
building coach bodies. So a little piece of probably useless information, but one that appeals to me because I'm interested in
Seems they've rearranged the classic cars this year. There's a
Anyway, when you go
there's an old
down
caravan
to
there.
collection and you go and have a go on
Morris
the
Marina.
photos, I'm sure you will. Neville will have
Right, I'm gonna
all the lockers will be open.
another couple of cars just there actually. So there's a Morris Marina. I'm gonna work my way down. I think going to there. This is a Saab 99, I think that one. Next to that is a, what is that? It's a Thingyford, Beaufort. That's it.
That was very good, David. Thoroughly enjoyed that.
Here's a Mini. Oh, I'm going to go now, swing over here. This is a
78 years after Land Rover's first produced.
Rover 200 series here.
Same family. It's amazing. I don't know what Morris Wilkes would have thought of the modern
Oh,
day.
what's this? Is a Fiat 12.
On the beach in Anglesey.
Is that a 128?
Drew in the sand.
Let's have a
And
look.
from the Series 1 Land Rover. What a story, what a story.
1300 CL. Yeah, it is a 128. Long time since I've seen one of those. More likely to see an old Fiat Panda.
It certainly was.
There looks to be a Hillman, I think Hillman Hunter. I think. Here's a Vanden Plas Princess.
And of course,
Looks like a piece of cheese. Turns out to be the best car that British Leyland made, according to Top Gear. Although I preferred the Triumph myself. MG Rover Z2TT. So there's a Mazda MX-5. That says it's a Unos, so it's probably. There's a Ford Capri 3000 with the V6. Nice. All I can say. Two very nice Capris there. Very nice. Both with 6 cylinders.
That's good. Lovely talking to you. And lovely talking to you.
They probably didn't half get a move on, so there's a Capri 280. Just gonna. Right, here's a Mercedes. I think that's an SLK.
But I said tactical diplomacy aren't my middle name. Anyway, but you've got one. What have you got?
Here's a Ford Escort Mark II.
Oh, not just one for each leg. Oh, that is.
There's a couple of Triumph Vitesses here.
Well, now there's quite a few of those about, but not.
There's a couple of Vitesses. Probably be the 2 litre 6 cylinders. There's a BMW, which that's a 2002. So, as in the actual car, not the year. It's actually 1973. Here's a Morris Minor 1000. It's brilliant. Here's a Mercedes C-Class drop top. It says Avant-Garde on it. Now here's a Rover P6 that's not got a V8 in it. It's a 2 litre 4. It says it's a 2000. So as we continue onwards, we see a couple of Minis. Those are proper Minis, and they were made up till about 2000, I think, 2001. Morris Minor 1000
If you'll come to join us,
next to another Mini.
we're expecting you at 11 o'clock. And of course, motorcycles, Jackie, they've changed over the years, didn't they? Because in the early 1960s, 1964,
MGB, a couple of MGB drop tops.
motorcycles forever.
That's right. I mean, we used to have Suzuki back in
This here is a Toyota Serra. It has the gull wings on it. I think I might have seen this one before actually.
with the wet bottom. And also, the thing with Harley Davidson,
Yeah, I think I've seen this one before.
original chrome on Harley
Might have seen it in Ashford, I don't know.
And this is why there's such an
Not at Ashford.
market
I did see one at Ashford, I think it was a different one.
The chrome is an awful lot better.
Yeah,
Could be. Yes. Was
Yeah.
it maroon?
And when we talk about the Japanese stuff,
I think so, yeah. I was just trying to remember back.
We sold that to that man.
Oh, right.
Too.
they came in with right
Yeah, because I remember it being in the car park, and I think the car park attendant sort of was trying to tell me about it. We used to have someone going around the car park dishing out tickets, but he wasn't a complete git like the one we got now.
Oh, right. Uh-huh.
I used to get on with him, so
Yeah, that was that. And of course, it was
Then-
Bakelite. Yeah.
it's good to sit here actually.
And they used to get those.
I like the gull. Are those? They're not scissor doors. They're like gull wings, aren't they?
No, they're
No.
butterfly wings.
Butterflies.
Yes.
One of those things.
Gull
Never really
wings
thought
are
of it like that.
Korean. They go straight up and down.
No, the Japanese
Oh,
bikes
right.
are great. I mean,
This
if you look
way.
at the new bikes
And then
now,
you got the
mine,
scissor doors,
my nephew,
which is
he's got a one
odd.
Different.
And
Scissor doors go that sort of.
yeah.
And they have got all the kit now. They've got
All right, that's pretty good.
Thank you.
extra bits. And although they're
Very rare, by according to that. 60 of them. Is that all that's left?
No, no, no. In the United Kingdom.
In-
There's
in
lots
Britain.
In Australia, because that's near to Japan. There's lots in Thailand, apparently.
Yeah, because I also noticed on the sign it says the doors were the inspiration for the McLaren F1 doors.
That's right.
car drivers that don't see
What
them.
happened,
But
I
having
saw
said
an
that,
article written
see that
by
some of these bikes go, my
Gordon
brother's got
Murray
one, it does
in
160
Car Magazine.
miles an hour.
And he said,
You don't
you know,
see
the
them if you
McLaren
don't
has
see
the
them.
driver in
And
the
it's not
centre of
until
the
they've
car.
gone.
Yeah,
And
like
then there's two seats
Would
halfway
you like
and
to drive
halfway
me round the
behind.
arena, sir?
And he couldn't work out how he was going to get his passengers comfortably into that.
You're the wrong side of the
And he
fence,
used to
sir.
drive to his works,
Okay.
and every morning he saw one
Well,
of these
just wait
parked
till
in
the
somebody's
motorcycles
driveway,
come, if they're
but he paid it
coming.
no attention at all,
If not, I
until
suspect
one
that-
day the doors were up,
Anyway,
and he
Jackie,
thought,
you
ah.
mentioned the
So he
VSA
borrowed the
back.
car, so he said,
Hmm.
and he took it to the works and they copied it. It's the gas strut which he really borrowed.
Yeah.
That gas strut there. And he didn't pay Toyota or anything because of course they modified the doors.
You never see them because everything's
But
delivered
there
by email,
is a McLaren,
etc. nowadays.
and there's my car next to it.
Oh, right.
And you can see they've got a different, slightly different gas strut. This is the gas strut.
They were given that to use.
And I
Oh,
passed
right.
this garage and that was there and I stopped and I said, would the man mind if I took a photo? No, he'd love it.
Yeah, so yeah, that's quite.
Can you imagine?
There's-
It's like being given a bike.
This little car doesn't cost anything like a McLaren, but they copied the doors. So.
So that's the original for the doors. All right.
Good story, that, isn't it?
It is actually. It's
That's what the festival trans.
inspiration can come from anywhere, really.
The ages of the
if you're
vehicles,
looking
you
for
can
it, yeah.
see how design changed. You can hear how the engines got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Oh, well,
and
nice.
If we get a motorcycle sidecar,
Nice to
then that's
likewise.
a different story because that's when it brought
Right, this is a
motoring
Morgan
because,
Plus
if you couldn't afford
3,
a
which is
962,
so it's a 3-wheeler. What is this?
Here we go.
We go over to. That's where I went to last time. There's a Mini. There's an MGB. There's a Ford Cortina.
you then got a motorbike sidecar because that
right.
gave you independence.
So you did seem to like it.
Oh, what's this? I wonder what this is.
Over to you, Jackie. This
Now, looks like we've got one now. We've got, oh, there we go. Talking about sidecar. So that's
Oh, looks like a Fiat 1.2 Fiat of some kind. I think it might have been one sold in Germany, so it could be. I'm going to go take a closer look at this because it's a Spider of some kind, but is it a 124? That's what I need to know. Doesn't really say anything. It's just a drop top Fiat. I think it might have been only sold in Germany, so it's Deutsche Fiat. So Deutsch being in Germany. Next to that, I think that's a Vauxhall Chevette. It's not sure if that's an estate. It's a 3-door estate, really. It's a Viva. Yeah, I wasn't sure, to be honest, because I don't know how long the Viva went on for. Yeah, because there was one sort of Viva, then there was the 101, and I don't know how long it continued, because I know there was something called a Chevette at one point, which then became the Astra. So I've seen I think I've only ever seen a Chevette once.
Yeah.
And that was because a friend of mine's parents had one. Because they couldn't afford another car. That's what it was back then. It's not like now where they want to get hold of it because it's a classic. They got hold of it because it was probably 50 quid.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Or buy a car for a tenner.
Yeah. Yeah, these are a bit dearer now.
Yeah, I expect they're probably worth a lot because people want them. Right, we now move on to Ford Orion. Next to that is a Rover P6. It's the V8 one, 3,500. Although that's not the first to have the Rover V8, that was on the actual P5. This is an Audi Quattro. Yeah, that's an Audi Quattro. This is what got turbocharging into rally driving. Engine's canted over. It's a 5-cylinder, fuel injected. Next to that is a Ford Capri. Don't know which one that is. There's an interesting, oh my god, I think I saw this. I saw something similar to this, and that looks like a 250 CE W114. Yeah, I saw something like that the other day, but it was a different one. Another Ford Capri. This time it's double O red cam, so probably 2 litre. Here's a Ford Orion from 1993. There's a Mazda MX-5. Next to that's a Ford Escort Mexico 1600 GT. Well, I'm trying to get this Capri here. Looks like a V6 one, injection, so probably 2.8. Another Mini, 1992 model year. Little caravan there. Right, if we move around here, there's another little caravan here, but I'm not a Reba Touring by the looks of things. But here's a Morris Minor 1000 Estate Traveller. And here we come across a Rolls Royce of some kind. I'm not sure which one that is. Try and take a closer look. It's one of those ones you drive, but I don't want to break down in it because Silver Shadow. I should have thought of that. Silver Shadow 2. Oh dear. I really must read my guidebooks when I get them. But here's a whole line of Triumph Stags. Look at that. So we'll just work our way over the Triumph Stags. So 1977, 1972, 1974. One I forgot to read the number plate on. There's a MGB, really quite late on, 1978 one. Here's a Renault, which one's that one? That's a Florid. Is that a Florid? Yeah, it's a Florid. Yeah. Another Triumph Stag, 1976 one. Another injection Ford Capri, probably a V6 or a 6-cylinder. No, a V6 actually. That's a proper Mini there. If we move over here, we now see a Triumph Spitfire 1500 next to another Mini. Minis are really brilliant survivors, you know. I've seen quite a load of them in my life. Another Triumph Spitfire. Look here, we see the 6-cylinder engine Triumph used to make. That's a carbureted model. There was a petrol injection version. There's a PI, a couple of MGs. That looks like a. Is that a? Where's my handy guidebook? Because is that? I wish I could remember what this is. No, I can't be bothered reading it at the moment. Blame it on the fact that but it is a gear, so it's a quite high up one. There's a Caterham Super 7 next to a TVR with a V8 in it, a TVR of some kind. I don't know which TVR that is. Let's have a look. Gonna have the row. Oh, okay. Let's say. Oh, TVR Vixen. Okay. Oh, that big Ford there is a Granada, actually. Ah dear. I really must sort this out. I'm just now going to go over to this MG. There's a Maestro next to it, a Rover Maestro. So there's a. Yeah, so there's a MGB there, and as well as a Rover Maestro. Every time I see a Maestro, I think of someone I used to know. His first ever car was an A-Reg, and we used to thrash on it. Only had a 4-speed gearbox. There's a Triumph Dolomite, not a Sprint though, only an ordinary Dolomite. There's an Alpha Sud sitting next to a Volvo 340, I think. And if we look to my right, there's a Hillman Minx. Right, we're going to go now. Escort XR3i drop top. That's actually a 360. Okay, so there's the XR3i to the left, and there's a Volvo 360 to the right. Looks a bit like a 340. There's a Ford Escort Mark III. Toyota MR2 T-Bar. There's a Wolseley 1300, so it comes off the ADO 16 platform. And there's a Type 25 Volkswagen there. Cut Type 2 there. MG Metro 1300. Actually, do I want one? Beginning to think I might want one. What's the likelihood of me ever owning one? Here's a Mercedes drop top next to a TR250. I think this would be the second time in my life I've seen a TR250. There's a is that a DS or is it an ID? We do not know. Let's have a look. DS20. Yeah, so here's a Citroen DS. These were the most advanced car in the world when they come out in 1955. They never really aged, but I think they only replaced it because they felt like it. Didn't even need it. There's the Toyota Supra again, next to the 2002, which arrived earlier on. I'm just going to make my way across back to where the TVR Vixen was, because this would be almost the classic cars done. So there's the TVR Vixen with the V8 in, which I showed you earlier. That is a Jaguar. Is that an XKR? Cheers, sir. I tend to get a bit confused between the XKs, the S type, and there is another type, I think.